Hi, folks. I hope you are safe and sound in whatever location you are, and I hope you will enjoy this video. What I'm going to talk about today is there are six psychological needs of a human being, and I'm not talking about wants, but I'm talking about needs. There is a lot of difference in wants and needs. You understand that, right? Wants can be infinite, but we have certain specific needs, and today we are going to talk about six basic psychological needs. So let's start with the first one. The first one is certainty. Now, everybody unconsciously knows this, but this is something we strive for. In fact, this is something we live for. So you need certainty in terms of your health. You need certainty in terms of your job, your careers, your business, anything that you can think of. Because certainty, I think, is the basic building block of human life. Now, you want to be certain that you will wake up tomorrow morning safe and sound, and that's why you plan the day, which is not yet arrived, but you, with this certainty in mind, we plan out all future things. So this is the basic need for any human being, that uh, human being wants certainty in everything is related to. Okay, so in general, we need certainty in life. Okay, without certainty, we won't be able to progress much. Now, once we take care of this need as a certainty, God is quite intelligent enough to come up with the second need. Just imagine that everything in your life is very certain, very predictable. You know what is going to happen. You know for sure you are going to get this much money. You know for sure that this is how your relationship is going to pan out. You know for sure that your career is going to be uh, this way. Maybe to start with, it will feel good, but over a period of time, you will actually get bored with this. So what we need is excitement. We need some kind of uncertainty in our life. So that's why you see all these adventures, all the tourism that we do. What do we do in tourism? We try to visit places which we have not visited before. So there is some kind of pleasant surprises, uncertainty that we are expecting. So that keeps our life very interesting. And as I said, if everything is certain, probably we will get bored out of our life. Okay, so uncertainty is the second need, second psychological need that we need. And we all try to get this uncertainty through various ways. Okay, so I just gave an example of visiting a place that you have never visited before, but there can be ways to surprise, or more importantly, pleasantly surprise oneself or the others for that matter, to bring in that sense of excitement, sense of uncertainty. Okay, so that is also a very significant need. Now, the third need is being significant, and I think if you are trying to judge somebody's behavior, if you are trying to uh, relate as to why a person is behaving in certain manner in certain scenarios or situations, I think this is something you need to understand very well. So being significant is one of the most prominent needs of a human being. And see, whatever we do in our careers, in our job, in our business, in our relationships, we are trying to be significant. We want that significance to get attached to us, and to achieve that, one can go to any level, right? So I can tell a simple example of, if I put a gun on your head, I suddenly become significant. Now, I might not be doing anything great in my life. I may not have a good career. I may not have money. I may not have any wealth. But the moment I keep that gun on your head, I become significant, right? So people can go to any extremes to achieve this need, right? So I would say all the violence in the world still exists because of this need for feeling or being significant. Okay, all the quarrels that happen, all the problems that we face, because every religion is trying to say we are better than yours, we are better than yours, so we are more significant, right? So if you see, most majority of the problems, politically, socially, in relationships, are because of this need. Now, some people might feel significant by smoking a cigarette, by having alcohol, by having drugs, right? Because once you go through that experience, you get that feeling where. So just imagine the psychological need from this perspective, that if a person is not successful in his life, he is not getting that significance either in a relationship or in a job or socially. What he tries to do, he tries to at- attain that through all these other means like smoking or drinking or having drugs, right? So just be careful when you pass on a judgment to anybody, who is having these kind of habits, right? Just think from this perspective that he is trying to gain that significance which he's not getting otherwise. Okay, so you got the point what I'm trying to say, right? Now, the fourth need is obviously being loved, being connected, right? So every human, so we all say that a human being is a social animal, right? So we hardly can stay alone apart from a few sadhus or sannyasis who do that for a number of years. But as a human being, we are highly social animal, and we love being loved, or we love being connected. We love being part of a group. We love that acceptance, right? So especially whatever we do in terms of our relationships, our friends, or for anybody for that matter, we are trying to meet this need by getting that feeling that yes, I am connected to a person, I am connected to a group, I am being loved by somebody else. So I think this is the most basic need for any human being. Now, if there are people around you who are trying to gain your attention, trying to uh, trying to prove their presence, you can immediately connect to this need, that probably there is some gap in terms of achieving this need for them. So they are craving for this love, they are craving for this connection, and that's why they are trying to impress everybody so that they get that connection, they get that love. So as I said, all these needs have to be thought of in light of how a person behaves in a scenario, and then you can always think about these four basic needs. Now, any human being has these four basic needs, and more or less we meet these needs. I'm talking about a common human being. But now, if you are thinking about a matured human being, somebody who is successful uh, in all aspects of his life, I think the next two needs that I'm going to talk about play a significant role. The fifth one is growth. Okay, now having achieved the above four, uh, what you now strive for is growth, because and this growth can be in terms of uh, a skill that you are developing. It can be in terms of some instrument that you learn to play. It can be in terms of your oratory skills. But this is a very strong psychological need once you meet the four basic needs. And what it strives us to do is go that extra mile in terms of uh, achieving that growth. So if you see, all successful people are continuously upgrading, updating themselves in terms of their skills, their expertise, their experiences, uh, the tools they know, the new areas of knowledge that they try to discover, right? So growth becomes a very significant part once you achieve the basic needs. Okay, and the sixth and the final need is contribution to the society. So once you are successful with whatever worldly definition of success is, I think it won't uh, let you live peacefully unless you give it back to the society. That urge to give it back to the society is all about contribution to the society and these six needs. So and there can be n number of examples. So if you give it back to the society, if you help somebody without any expectations, I think you are well on course for meeting this need. Okay, so as I said, first four are met by most of us human beings, but fifth and sixth is somebody uh, you need to be at a high pedestal. You need to be successful in all aspects of life. Okay, so now why I'm telling you about all these needs is because, as I said, if you are trying to judge a person, if you are trying to judge a society, if you are trying to judge somebody as to why certain behaviors are there, so all behaviors will map to one of these, one or more of these needs. Okay, so before passing on any judgment, before saying that somebody is good, somebody is bad, somebody is worse, we need to look at that behavior, that thought process, that mindset with a lens having these six psychological needs, and probably that will help you to be in a better position to understand a scenario, understand a situation, understand the response from a person perhaps which you may not have been expecting. Okay, so this is all I wanted to talk to you about. I hope it is making some sense. It will add some value, and again, uh, I hope you are safe and sound, and please like and share my Facebook page, NLP Infinity. Uh, check the bell icon, click the bell icon so that you will get the communication about the new videos, so on and so forth. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye.